this is Tom from Dirk Witte Music Store in Utrecht, the Netherlands, and today we are taking a look at yet another 1970s Fender Stratocaster, this time being from 1976 and in a very cool black refin. So I'm not entirely sure what it started out as, but now it is black and it is looking quite nice, if you ask me, paired with a rosewood fingerboard neck. So a 1976 Fender Stratocaster features an alder body, features the 3-bolt neck construction, as we can tell, instead of the 4-bolt that you would have seen in the 1950s and in the 1960s. As for the controls, pickups, electronics, pretty standard, just your regular Fender Stratocaster pickups that you would find back in those days, and they sound exactly as they should, as in that they sound really good, as we will hear so in a minute. Got your original tremolo system over there. We are missing the backplate, unfortunately, but that is not the end of the world. Plenty of repros out there, and it is also quite common to not have that on there. So that's also kind of like a matter of taste, if you will. You've got a master volume control and then a tone control for your neck pickup, tone control for your middle pickup, and no tone control for your bridge pickup, as they came back in those days. This one does feature a 5-way switch, so I'm not entirely sure if at this point in history you would get a 5-way switch stock. I believe not. So this is probably replaced, which is also very common to see on Fender Stratocasters, especially from the 1970s. But yeah, that is actually just a really nice thing, because then you have all of the tones that we know and love from this model. And then you plug it in over here on the front. Good chance that this volume pot has also been changed at some point, because this does sit a bit high compared to the tone controls. So you can probably see that the tone knobs are kind of like flush, almost like against the pickguard, but the volume knob is sitting a bit high, so good chance that that has been replaced, but it works perfectly fine. You got your original Fender Stratocaster neck with your rosewood fingerboard. Also a pretty good chance that this has had a refret at some point, because these frets are quite large and they are also in a very nice condition, kind of like too nice to be that old, but it just plays really nicely. You do not have to worry about a refret whatsoever. I would say that this is 95% life left in them, so again, no worries there. And then with your skunk stripe over there on the back. As for the profile, this is kind of like a typical 1970s style profile, but you do have the most subtle V-shape, almost like in the higher frets over here on the first few frets. But it is super subtle, but it just plays really nicely, and you can definitely tell that the neck is also in a really clean shape over there on the back. We have then got what appears to be a bone nut, and then your Fender Stratocaster decal over there on the headstock with a very cool finish checking that goes vertically, which looks quite cool. And then on the back we've got your Fender embossed tuners that you would also find back in those days. And then the last thing to mention, also comes with its original hard shell case and original trem arms, so that is always nice to see. So very cool model. Like I said in previous demos of 1970s Fender Stratocasters, we got a lot in recently, so this one is next up in line, and it just does the thing incredibly well that we all know and love. And it is vintage, this is 49 years old, so it is considered vintage, but it just plays really nicely. I know that Fender guitars from this time period kind of get a bad rap, but that is not always deserved, as in that a lot of them, they just play and sound just really nicely, and this one is also one of those. Just plays and sounds really nice. So let's get to that part and hear what it sounds like. But first, if you're interested in this 1976 Fender Stratocaster in this black refin, be sure to head over to the links in the description for further details. If you enjoyed this demo, be sure to like the video and to subscribe to the channel for more cool weekly demos of cool electric guitars like these, cool acoustics, bass guitars, even all of that really cool stuff. Also be sure to like us and follow us on our socials, Instagram and Facebook. Links are also in the description. With all that being said, let's see what this 1976 Fender Stratocaster sounds like. Going to be playing it through the Marshall JTM45 Bluesbreaker style amplifier. First be playing the clean tones, then I'll be playing with the dirty tones, for which I'll be using a clon, a real clon, non-horsey variant. So let's get to that part and take this Fender Stratocaster in a black refin from 1976 for a spin.